Today, we are breaking down one of the most competitive, high-standard, and highly structured work visa systems in the world, Singapore. And if you think this is just another country where you apply for jobs and wait for a response, you need to reset that thinking immediately. Because Singapore is different. It is fast, selective, highly regulated, and extremely performance-driven. But here is the interesting part. If you understand how the system works and you position yourself correctly, it becomes one of the most efficient legal migration pathways for skilled professionals in the world. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to get a Singapore work visa from anywhere in the world, step by step, in a way that actually reflects how the system works in real life. And stay until the end, because I will also reveal the biggest mistake that causes most applications to fail before they even reach approval stage. Let's begin with the most important truth. In Singapore, you do not apply for a work visa first. You get a job offer first. The employer then applies for your work authorization. This is not optional. It is the foundation of the entire system. So if you are starting with visa forms before job strategy, you are already going in the wrong direction. Now let's break the system into simple steps. Step 1 is securing a job offer from a Singapore-based employer. Step 2 is the employer applying for your work authorization. Step 3 is approval and issuance of your work pass. Step 4 is entering Singapore and completing onboarding requirements. Now, this sounds simple, but every step has strict conditions behind it. So let's go deeper. First question, who actually gets work visas in Singapore? Singapore is a global hub for finance, technology, logistics, healthcare, engineering, and professional services. But the key difference is this: Singapore does not hire based on availability alone. It hires based on value contribution, meaning your skills must match what the economy actually needs. Now let's talk about the main types of work passes. There are different categories depending on skill level, salary, and job type. High-skilled professionals typically fall under employment passes. Mid-skilled roles may fall under specialized skilled worker passes, and lower-skilled roles fall under regulated work permits with stricter conditions. But regardless of category, one rule remains constant. You must be hired by an employer first. Now let's talk about how employers decide who to hire. Singapore employers are extremely selective. They evaluate candidates based on 3 major factors: skill relevance, salary expectations, and ability to integrate into a fast-paced work environment. If you cannot demonstrate clear value, you are unlikely to progress. Now let's talk about the CV. This is where most applicants make a critical mistake. They send generic international resumes. That does not work here. In Singapore, your CV must be precise, structured, and achievement-driven. Employers want to see measurable impact, not just job descriptions. They want results, they want outcomes, they want efficiency. Your experience must clearly show what you achieved, not just what you did. Now let's talk about job searching. Singapore is a highly competitive hiring market. Most roles are filled quickly, and employers prefer candidates who already meet exact requirements. So random applications rarely work. The successful approach is targeted applications to companies in industries where your skills are in demand: finance, technology, healthcare, engineering, maritime and logistics, business services, and specialized technical industries. Now let's talk about something very important: salary expectations. Singapore uses salary thresholds as part of its work pass evaluation system. This is not just about pay. It is a filter mechanism. Higher skilled roles must meet higher salary benchmarks to qualify. This ensures that foreign workers are filling genuine skilled gaps rather than replacing local labor at lower cost. So your compensation expectations must align with industry standards. Now let's talk about employer responsibility. Once a company decides to hire you, they must apply for your work authorization. They must prove the role is genuine, they must prove they attempted to hire locally where required, and they must show that your profile is suitable for the position. This is not a casual approval process. It is structured and closely evaluated. Now let's talk about something most applicants underestimate: competition. Singapore attracts talent from all over the world. That means your competition is global, not local. So your profile is not just being compared to nearby candidates, it is being compared internationally. This is why clarity and specialization matter. Now let's talk about approval outcomes. Not every application gets approved, even with a job offer. Because approval depends on multiple factors, including job type, salary level, qualifications, and employer credibility. So having an offer does not guarantee success. It only starts the official process. Now let's talk about documentation. This is where many applications fail quietly. Incorrect job titles, inconsistent employment history, missing proof of qualifications, unclear job responsibilities, or mismatched information between CV and application. Everything must align perfectly because verification systems are strict. Now let's talk about timing. Singapore processes applications efficiently compared to many countries. But efficiency does not mean instant approval. It means structured review. So delays can still happen depending on case complexity. Now let's talk about industries with strong demand. Technology remains one of the strongest sectors. Software engineering, cybersecurity, data science, and cloud roles are consistently in demand. Finance and banking are major pillars of the economy. Engineering roles in infrastructure, energy, and manufacturing are important. Healthcare and biomedical sectors continue to grow. Logistics and maritime industries also play a major role due to Singapore's global trade position. But again, demand alone is not enough. Your skill must be directly relevant and clearly proven. Now let's talk about interviews. Singapore employers value precision and efficiency. They do not want long storytelling answers. They want clear, structured communication. What you did, how you did it, and what impact it created. That is it. Now let's talk about a major mistake applicants make. They apply without understanding role specificity. They apply broadly instead of strategically. And they assume their experience automatically qualifies them. In reality, alignment is everything. Now let's talk about another important factor: work culture fit. Singapore workplaces are fast-paced, structured, and performance-oriented. Employers expect punctuality, responsibility, and adaptability. So attitude matters just as much as technical skill. Now let's talk about cost. Applicants should be financially prepared for relocation expenses, visa processing, medical checks, document verification, travel, accommodation, initial living expenses. Singapore is a high-cost environment, especially in housing. So planning is critical. Now let's talk about something very important: mistakes after job offer. Many people relax once they receive an offer, but that is actually where precision matters most, because documentation errors at this stage can delay or impact approval. Now let's talk about long-term thinking. A Singapore work pass is not just entry. It is part of a career pathway. Many professionals use it as a stepping stone for regional or global careers. So thinking beyond the first job is important. Now let's talk about strategy. If you are serious about Singapore, you must focus on three things: skill alignment, employer targeting, and documentation accuracy. No shortcuts, no random applications, no assumptions. Now let's talk about success patterns. People who succeed usually do not rush. They build strong profiles, they refine their CV, they improve communication skills, they target the right industries, and they apply with precision. Now let's bring everything together. Singapore is one of the most structured and competitive work visa systems in the world, but it is also one of the most transparent. If you meet the criteria, present yourself properly, and align with employer needs, the process becomes straightforward. If you do not, it becomes very difficult. So the real difference is preparation, not luck, not connections, not guessing. Preparation. And if you take this seriously, build your profile correctly, and approach it strategically, Singapore is absolutely within reach as a global work destination. Because in the end, the system does not reward noise. It rewards precision. Because one honest and well-prepared application is far more powerful than a thick folder full of random paperwork, and you have come to the right place to get all your visa applications sorted in a hassle-free and professional manner. Make sure to get in touch with us on our WhatsApp mobile number +64 2217 86007. No matter which part of the world you are in, and do subscribe, like and share this video with anyone who you think may find it helpful, and stay tuned for many more interesting updates. Thank you for watching.